Now, President Trump was on the ground in Central Texas this afternoon, taking a firsthand look at all the devastation from those catastrophic floods as first responders continue working through debris. This is a search 8 days in, 8 straight days for more than 150 who are still missing. NBC's Jay Gray has been there covering this all along from Kerr County. He's with us now with the latest. So Jay, I know that this is grueling work. How are these searchers holding up, and what are they up against now on day 8?
Well, they're up against the heat. They're up against the massive debris, the piles of muck and mud and these giant trees and everything else buried in there. That's what they're having to go through, and it's a difficult task. The president got a briefing from the first responders today. He met with the family members of those who've been lost and those who are still missing. As this community starts to honor the victims, we're along the river walk here. You can see the crosses, the flags. There's a cross for every single person who was lost in this flood, and they'll continue to add those crosses as that number is sure to climb. This community doing that and struggling with exactly what comes next. President Trump on the ground in Central Texas. The loss here overwhelming. More than 120 dead, at least 160 still missing.
This is a bad one. We just visited with incredible families that, look, they've been devastated. They lost their child or 2 children, and just hard to believe what, I've never seen anything like it. A little narrow river that becomes a monster.
Search teams working through the devastation around the clock. More than 2,000 first responders across 6 counties.
We are encountering tremendous debris problems in the river. We have a lot of heavy equipment. We have ground crews that are going in by hand and searching.
There continue to be growing questions and frustration over whether there were adequate and timely warnings before the storm and as the water started to rise.
Oh, there was no warning. No warning.
In new dispatch audio obtained by NBC Austin affiliate KXAN, a volunteer firefighter calls for a code red alert at 4:22 the morning of July 4th.
Is there any way we can send a code red out to our Hunt residents asking them to find higher ground or stay home?
10-4 standby. We have to get that approved with our supervisor.
It now appears at least 90 minutes went by before the alert was issued. Now, as the cleanup and recovery begins, survivors are joined by volunteers combing through the rubble the floodwaters left behind.
And that's hard when you run across some pictures, of dad, mama, and kids, together, Christmas pictures, birthday pictures. It really hurts.
A pain that lingers as the search for so many missing continues here. Yeah, and in that search, more teams, more equipment moving in here every day. And Christy, it's help they're going to need for a long time.
No doubt about it. Oh, Jay Gray, we so appreciate you and the team bringing us up to date all week. Thank you so much. We'll have more ahead on Nightly News at 6:30, of course, but we're joining our parent company, Tegna's efforts to fundraise for flood victims in Texas. If you would like to help, just scan the QR code you see there on your screen to donate. Every single dollar goes directly to the people who need it most.